hour 12 of the recording session. Uh, Now, this time I'm doing Harmonia, and I find it funny with how in terms of Steam achievements, and it's on Golf Friends, I'm 3 albatrosses away from gaining an achievement for the albatross, which is harder, but I'm over 4,000 away from Master Putter, which is 10,000 shots. I am closer to having more shots. I'm further away from having more shots than what I am of having being albatrosses. I find that kind of funny. Uh, though in all honesty, this is probably going to be going on for about like 24 hours, 10 minutes. It's provided I don't go over on the 24th hour, or at least not too much over on the 24th hour. Uh, which in all honesty, I probably won't. Uh, just due to how, like, probably the last 4 things I will be doing, sorry, the last 3 things I would be doing are like visual novel type things. So yeah, they shouldn't be too long. So uh, I still answer the question probably only in like hour 17 or 18, and I believe I answered it in the like second or fourth hour the first time. Um, but to be fair, I had like plenty of boring things. I know I had one that literally, like, I won't do it this time, but literally all it was doing, like it was like an autoplay thing. Like it's kind of just like, okay, I oversee this. Okay, hey ship, go kill that thing. Go kill that thing. Go harvest that thing. Go harvest that thing. Like that. That was literally all I was doing. Like I was just clicking. I was not using the controller. I was just clicking. That was it. I was just clicking what it should do, and it just went to did it for me. Uh, so like it was ab. So like that was like kind of boring. However, I also didn't check out anything, so I didn't know exactly what would work. Or so like for example, I didn't know that gun rocket would have worked. Which frankly I am kind of glad that I don't that I that it didn't work. Or uh, then the air moved. Um, we'll probably only be reading this. Like this is pretty much how you read it. Because just like anything here, like that's pretty much how it reads. Like you read what comes up into this box, opposed to what comes up down here. Because like nothing comes like the rectangle that you would normally see down here is pretty much like right here for some odd reason. So, uh, frankly, I don't know why that is. It just is. So it's kind of just like don't question it. It's the game. It does what it wants. It's Then the air moved. The pale light which had once surrounded me began to recede. Then the next thing I saw was a filthy ceiling. Uh, but both my right and left arms were extended towards the ceiling, but right was a little different. My right arm was mechanical, and some components were poking out from the wrist. The fingers moved smoothly, but as they did could hear the gentle reverberation of metal scraping against metal. I began to sit up slowly. Um, yes, we are a robot. Finally, I realized that the pale light which had consumed my vision came from the softly curved oblong lid which was before me. And yeah, this one is kind of depressing in all honesty. Uh, at least at the start. So uh, like in all honesty, I found it kind of depressing in from the 2 hours I played of it. So not sure how this will go. Apparently I'd been asleep in this capsule thing. Where was I? Who was I? Why was I here? Asking these questions to myself provided no answers. In an attempt to trace back my own memories, all I could recall was that pale light. Hoping to find even the slightest hint about my memories, I climbed down from the capsule and began to wander around the room. Um, Even though I knew how to walk, I must not have done it for a long time. My legs were unsteady and shaky. Uh, yeah, this has gotta be a post-apocalyptic world. Like basically, it's a world after apocalypse. That's basically what I've been getting at, and from what I can tell about the game, um, or at least from what I've read, um, and what I've seen. Taking in great care not to fall over, I continued my walk. The air around me was lukewarm, and each breath I coated my tongue with dust. I took coated my tongue with dust. Uh, okay, I got a train card for this thing now. Uh, Outside, the light was coming in through a hole in the ceiling, and its path revealed the dust in the air. It seemed as though no one had been in this building for quite some time. A thin layer of dust covered the floor. I wondered what went on in this place. There's a countless number of those obelisque capsules dotted the huge room. A majority, the majority of them were open, and they were all empty. Some of them were closed, but even they had nothing inside. Uh, it seemed that I was the only one in the room. No, that wasn't exactly true. There were people leaning against the capsules in lines sprawled on the ground. Something, except something was wrong. Uh, you couldn't exactly call them human. It might be more accurate to call them humanoid objects. The mechanical parts of these humanoid objects could be seen peeking out from beneath their skin. And yeah, that pretty much sums up what this guy is. Because for some reason, everything above the neck was mechanical. Uh, the mechanical arms on some were bare. Some of their lower halves were torn and their mechanical parts visible. Then I remembered something about these humanoid objects. It's philadroids, made for humans to serve as their partners. They were equipped with not only the five senses, but also emotions in order to be as close to us as possible to real humans. Yeah, literally the sole purpose of the theodroids. It's just to be partners, really. Uh, I reached out my hand to a motionless theodroid. The bare or skinless arm was frighteningly similar to my own. I understood. This was a factory. I was made here. Or just before I was completed, this place must have been destroyed for some reason. Before my right hand was covered with artificial skin, staring at my mechanical arm, I reached this plausible conclusion. Realizing what I was, I began to walk towards a wall. There were old automatic doors with a dusty LCD reading "closed" next to them. I touched it with my mechanical hand. Just as my bloodless fingertips sensed something cold and electronical, the display changed and I used to read "open" and the doors are unsealed. Would I be able to get out this way? I wonder if there was someone remaining in the facility. I wanted to meet them. I wanted to meet a human. I wanted to find my partner. I pushed open the doors leading outside and set out in force in order to prove my own existence. And I probably need to do IGP soon, in all honesty. Uh, so yeah. Chapter 1, Encounter. That's kind of what I like about like up here. Like opposed to saying just Harmonia, it actually says like the chapter you're on and the title of it. Yeah. So like now you as you guys can see I'm out of the prologue and I'm in chapter 1. Um so that was something that I always found that's something that I find interesting about this game. That's about the only thing that I find good about this game right now. Like I found it interesting at the start, uh, but in all honesty, it's really quite sad. In all honesty, uh, and not like the thing that would like make me cry. It's more just feeling bad for the people and how they are. Once the human population hit its peak of 1 billion, a rapid decline began. Air pollution, water pollution, and contamination, abnormal weather, conflicts. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Um, uh, because in all honesty, I don't foresee us as being like more, more populating the Earth more than like 10 billion. The list of causes was endless. During this time, the philodroids were developed. They were deeply emotional partners for humans. Philodroids were equipped with batteries, but afterwards an oral energy supply module was developed. They could be powered by eating food. Philodroids became even more human-like as a result, eventually substituting for family or lifetime companions, and the demand continued to rise. Even more importantly, there is no such thing as death for philodroids. Therefore, they were also in high demand in harsh work environments such as hospice care and medicine. Yeah, I guess that is the case, cause like I'm not sure what too much on the medicine thing, um, but like I could still kind of see why they would want it there, or so. Um, they could even be used in places as which would be harmful for a human body, such as radiation. Like, nope, not gonna go there. The Philodroids were happy with this brutal work. After all, Philodroids exist to live alongside humans and also needed to be by humans. Oh, now I remember the name. Still not gonna say them though. Um, um, I recall As I reclaimed this knowledge from the depths of my memory, I walked across the cracked red earth. Having escaped that sand-covered facility, I was faced with a world that differed immensely from the one I once knew. The winds and swirled the dust around, interfering with both my sight and breathing. The earth upon earth I tread upon contained no trace of moisture, and each step created a small cloud of sand. And the sky was covered with thick, all-consuming clouds. I could not see a hint of blue. It was so desolate a scene, and that it could not even be called a wasteland. Wow. Yeah. Now you guys can see probably why. Well, now you guys can see why I am why I say it's just like so sad because literally just like he comes out and the scene he sees, he can't even describe it as a wasteland because a wasteland would be better. Or as far as I can see, there's not a hint of life. Not even plants grew here. Oh wow! Even a wasteland, pretty much some dead plants are there. To be fair, the plants could have been there, but just dried up and then just like got destroyed, and possibly due to like no water. Well, no, nothing to burn. I guess like the plants could have like caught fire here, and then just like the fire dissipated due to like nothing burning or nothing be able to burn anyone. It wasn't just the facility I was in that had been abandoned. Something that happened to this area. I came up with several possibilities as I scanned through my knowledge, but found no answer. Clearly, it's not a nuclear apocalypse. The occasional downpour would bring with it a rusty smell. In those cases, I took extreme care to make sure the rainwater did not enter the glove covering the exposed machinery of my right hand. I found the glove in the factory. It fit my arm perfectly. Unfortunately, there was only the slightest bit of space for moisture to make its way inside. Uh, What's more, wearing the glove made me look completely human, and I just wanted to I wanted to be a just like a human. And a silent thought came to me in that moment. And this glove was absolutely essential for that purpose. As I shielded myself from the murky raindrops, I consumed one of the emergency oral nutrient blocks that I had taken from the factory. Their only purpose was to efficiently supply energy. They were almost flavorless. Regardless, they were necessary for me to keep taking steps forward. Oops. Yeah. Uh, no matter how many steps I took, I could not find the light I was looking for. Judging from the changing brightness of the sky, I had walked for 3 days. Although I had reduced my walking speed to keep energy consumption down, I must have covered a fair distance. But I had not encountered a single human along the way. Nor did I encounter any towns, grass, or other living things. All that lay in front of my eyes was endless red-brown earth. It was too harsh of an environment meant to support any form of life. The what world was the world completely destroyed? Had humans completely become completely extinct? Was I the only thing that remained in this world? In the world? Seeds of doubt had been planted within me, then finally began to sprout. However, I kept walking to dispel that drought. I walked and walked and walked and walked. I don't know how far I walked. After all, to stop walking would be to lose my reason for existing. After the third squall, I arrived at a place with enough buildings to call a town. Um, okay. Mm. Uh, I was sure that I would find a human there. I corrected my steps and began to walk through the town. The town had grown old, and all of the buildings were badly weathered. Um, all of the metals were rusted, and everything inside had rotted away. It must have been decades. No, it had been left untended for even longer than that, I thought. Um, Wait, no, that's with that one. It's not that big of a screen thing. Plus, it doesn't cover any part of the screen. So, oh yeah. Uh, uh, I didn't want to think about it. I couldn't help myself, but I couldn't help myself. What if there wasn't a single human here? When my hope began to change into despair, I found myself in front of a store with an enormous showcase. The showcase's glass was broken, and all the goods it once contained were missing. They had probably been stolen. Um, as I looked over the showcase, realized something. I could see my reflection in the glass. As I looked to be in my mid-teens. I was about 170 centimeters tall. Excluding my gloved right hand, I looked completely human. Although it was hard to tell the expression, though it was hard to call the expression on my face human. Completely transparent and inorganic. In no way could it be called an expression. It looked human-like, but it was quite far from human. Um, what I saw that was what I saw reflected in the glass. There was no expression, just a regular old robot. Only something meant to do work. A machine without a soul. Oh, but I was a Furoid. Acknowledging my lack of emotions would prove that I'm defective. If that was unacceptable. Oh, despite being made to be a human's partner, I could never fulfill the role. If that were the case, my existence was without merit. Uh, Having been activated, I wanted to be useful for humans. However, I would probably need emotions if I were to do so. If I could learn emotions. If I could do that, I would be able to return to an existence worthy of a Philadroid. Philadroid. Uh, if I met humans, and I would surely learn emotions. There was no doubt about it. So I had to find humans. I had to find someone soon and actually talk with them. Um, okay, okay, thank you for moving on. Um, I left the town and continued walking. I was driven by an instinct much like a sense of duty to me, human. The degree of brightness in the gray sky quietly began to shift. No matter how far I walked, no matter how far I proceeded, nothing changed. And desolate earth, as far as the eye could see, there was no shred of hope. Despite this, I walked to rid myself of the worry. Uh, I don't know how many days passed. I just kept on walking. I eventually reached the end of the supply of oral nutrient blocks I had taken from the factory. Despite this, I continued walking. Um, and I then noticed my knees were on the ground. My body would not even accept the simple command to move my legs forward. I looked at my surroundings. Still nothing but the unchanged barren lands. The gray cloudy is sky and the dry stagnant uh, stagnant wind. Well, I guess I went through it a lot faster because visual novel over. Have all the humans been wiped out? If so, then my vision gradually dimmed. The world in front of my eyes began to lose its color and slowly went dark. Then I collapsed face down onto into the reddish brown earth, and lost consciousness. And then it's visual novel over. Well, and technically, uh, uh, it's a one chapter visual novel. Next thing I saw was once again a ceiling. However, this ceiling wasn't cold like the one at the facility that I had been activated in. Although it had stains likely due to its age, there was like kind of softness in the walls and wooden beams that supported them. Um, I'm not sure if I should actually go along with it, or not, because in all honesty, see, gets I'm not sure if that would be annoying or not. Uh, though to be fair, I also probably uh, I'm lazy. so I probably wouldn't edit it. Like, in all honesty, that's the one thing that I probably should do that I don't. Like, when I'm editing videos, I'm more just like, okay, so where this one lines up with this one lines up with this is the end of an episode. Okay, that's done. Done. Well, uh, start out, drag down the intro. Well, get the intro, put it in, then have like the thing there. Well, then and so figure out where like do the introduction as for the video. And then just like, okay, so here's the next part, here's the next part, here's what comes after, here's what comes after, here's the end, okay, that's done, and then just like, that's pretty much it. Like, the most I watch it for is just like a drag along to see, okay, so what should I title this thing? Yeah. And because in all honesty, I don't go and have a lot of ideas as about like what I'm should call things uh like literally it just changes so often I don't know what to say. Uh, Although it had stains likely due to its age, there was kind of softness in the white walls and wooden beams that supported them. Where was I? Why was I here? Turning my head to the side, I saw desks, shelves, and the bed I was lying upon. The bed, which was gently supporting me, was quite soft and had a sweet smell. I knew I had fallen on that uh, devastated earth and lost consciousness. I that means someone had carried me to this place? Could have been that I was carried by an alien, yes! As the thought passed through my head, I heard a noise. It was a small sound, almost small enough to miss, but I heard it. Putting in my trust in the sound, I left the room. Um, yeah, if I was Villadroid, I probably would. If I think I heard a sound, I probably would go investigate. Because I mean, like, seriously, I it's like somebody trying to stab me. It's like, hey, why won't you get stabbed? You're supposed to get stabbed and die. It's like, I'm a robot, so bye, and then just like punch them pretty much. It's it's due to like like it's a robot, so like I would be a robot, so I can't be stabbed, but I can still hurt people. Like should I feel like threatened, like on that? Well, as a Philodroid at least. Uh, I followed the hallway that continued outside the door. As the sound grew louder, it was a voice with a mixture of a certain rhythm and intonation, a form of expression that humans called song. It was also a somewhat nostalgic singing voice. I had no memory of ever hearing it before. In fact, I did not have any memories to begin with. But somehow it felt nostalgic all the same. Um, huh. I guess maybe she is like maybe she was one of the ones working on the people. Uh, Frankly, I probably wouldn't make this a series myself. In all honesty, uh, at least not until like I literally had like nothing else to do. If I had nothing else to then I may come back to it. This unless like a lot of people want me to do this for some odd reason. And Devil on G string, I'm more likely, like, I definitely would be more likely to do Devil to come back to Devil on G string though, because that is honestly a very good one in all honesty. Uh, that one, if you guys haven't picked it up yet, or watched it, uh, please go ahead and check out. Like, I believe it was hour 2 that I did our Devil on G string. Link, hold on. Oh, yeah, Devil on G string. But I did Devil on G string and the second. Sorry, the during the second hour. So if you haven't seen it and Devil on G string, I recommend you go ahead and check it. Check it out. Uh, then I began to feel a slight warmth spread throughout my body. Feeling a warm sensation and from a song was a strange thing. Strange. And also I did like hours 2 and 7 and are Devil on G string. So like it's supposed to be like you watch hour 2 as for like the first part, then watch hour 7 for like part 2, or well technically episode 2, I guess. I knew it should be strange. It should be strange, and yet, what was it I was feeling? There was a warmth inside within, deep within my chest. Before I knew it, my feet were leading me towards the singing voice. The voice guided me to a big white door. The voice was then the loudest it had been. The owner of the voice was clearly beyond this door. Laying in my hands upon it, I slowly opened the door. Uh, uh, and it's a girl. Uh, on the other side of the door lay a chapel. Uh, sorry, lay a chapel. Uh, it was a nice open space. Benches were evenly spaced throughout. There was a multicolored stained glass. Upon looking at the cord of my headset, I probably should get a new headset soon. Just to replace this one when it actually does break, because it looks like it could break any seconds. In all honesty, uh, and since this is pretty much my only way to record, uh, that's kind of bad. Um, especially considering that, like I then wouldn't be able to do NR, or at least I wouldn't be able to go uh, like I wouldn't be as surprised, and then I would also have to like post record the audio, which, in all honesty, a post recording audio would be is the number one thing I hate doing. Cause then just like okay, boring video. Okay, then I have to do now. I have to watch. I have to do do the boring thing again, and but this time commentate it. Uh, the singer was standing amidst the light that poured through the window. Hands together as if in prayer was a lone human girl singing. That strange nostalgic melody. She saw it! Run away! Somehow her warm voice had completely stopped my thinking. Uh, okay, so for the bit before IGP, I will go and be uh playing like for the bit before it. I'll be recording a little bit. I'm not sure how that will work, but I'm gonna hope for the best, really, because I already have my strategy and now it's locked. So even if I wanted to go in and do a change, it's possible. Uh, but the other reason why I'm doing this is because no matter what, I'll be waiting. So, uh, might as well get something done. I simply stood there, lending my ear to the girl's song. Finished singing, the human girl slowly turned my way and smiled. Um, welcome home. Um, I don't know how I managed to have my volume so high and not notice it. Welcome home. Welcome home? Ah, I replied without thinking, and the girl just let out an embarrassed laugh. I'm sorry, you looked exactly like my brother who was out traveling, so I just. Hmm. Do I look like your brother? Oh, whoops. And I find it funny how many different things I'm trying to go between. Like, I tried to go between this as a gr group that we're pretty much texting, like basically a club chat, and then also IGP. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun today. Uh, Not to mention, I also have about 11 more times to do the hours. So yeah, and a lot of that being visual novels. So oh, oh yes, it's very much so. Your orange color, your power, even your brutesqueness is just like him. Okay, at least I got screwed over very early on in the race today. So pretty much I did GP and I'm already screwed. So yeah, if I'm already screwed, might as well just not even worry about it because I was gonna do an extra stop apparently according with everybody else. Well, over everybody else. So yeah, I was not gonna do well. Um, but oh well. So pretty much that happens, and then yeah, I just started doing this. Uh, no actual reason behind it besides just hey, I want to get through this as fast as possible. Uh, Plus since I was already screwed, it's like, well, if I'm already screwed, why would I stay there? Like, seriously, if I was gonna do something else, I would just play like Golf with Friends. The only downside is just that then that closes out of this, well, out of Harmonia. So yeah, it's not good to go and get out of Harmonia. I would upload, but then yeah, it affects everybody else on the internet, which, well, on my internet, which is already kind of bad since it drops people off. So like with our internet, I find it funny how it's kind of just like, uh, oh, you probably shouldn't be on our Wi-Fi. Like literally, you could probably do better Wi-Fi off of like the off of like Time Warner Cable. Though to be fair, like I believe that still is illegal. Like I believe that's illegal. I could be wrong. But still. Oh, Orange Power. What do you mean? Uh, Power is. She attempted to explain with gestures, but I didn't understand. As I mulled over what she was saying, she gave a small laugh. I'm sorry. Sorry, I still haven't introduced myself. She continued to smile as she walked towards me. My name is Shiona. I live in this church. Nice to meet you. Oh, what's your name? The thing calls her Harmonia for some odd reason. My name is Shiona. I live in this church. Nice to meet you. What's your name? And I pretty much just checked out and, well, one, I have all the trading cards for this, and apparently there's, like, the last two that I have to get, assuming that I would want to get the badge, which would be, the, well, it would be, pretty much be just, like, a couple things, like, uh, for the most part, I don't, care about gaining badges too much. Like, I yeah, I do kind of like having badges, but in all honesty, for all my games, I probably would not be wanting to get like the badges, is just because of like, in all honesty, I don't care about too many games. So I probably would only get it for the games I care about a lot. But but well, what's wrong? Well, the truth is, I don't remember anything. Where I'm from, who I am, I just don't know. Half truth, half lie. I see. That's terrible. So, oh, that's why you're collapsed there. You got me, Shinona. That's right. Your face was pale and you looked exhausted. I was shocked. So it was you. Thank you, Shinona. You didn't thank me. I'm just happy you're better. But about your name. Sorry, I just can't remember it. I see. Well, I guess that I'll just make up one for you. Huh? You're gonna name me? Uh, uh, well, I have to call you something, right? What would be a good name? It needs to be something cool. And probably I will finish the disc cleanup after once I can do once I finish this one, since then I can switch over to a different game. Fiona began to mumble concerning this name, and that name. Then, I got it. With a delighted smile on her face, Fiona took a step towards me. How about Ray? It looks like a cool name with just a little bit of a bite to it, don't you think? Yeah, that I do kind of like. Mm. Uh, I don't know about a bite, but it is a good name. What does it mean? Uh, REI. It sounds like the rays of light at dawn. My brother liked that time of day. Your brother? Right. He set off on a journey, saying his music would bring forth the dawn. The meaning of dawn was clearly the end of night. I, it felt like a fitting name for me as I had just been activated. What's your brother like? Well, he's a musician. He's written all kinds of music. Like what? Red music, round music, hot music. Like I like the white and orange kinds myself. Sorry, I don't understand. It's okay. People often tell me that. Yeah, in all honesty, not many people would understand like white music, orange music, hot music. Like they understand like rock, country, jazz. Uh, I'm not sure if rock and roll is a different type or if it's different than rock. I believe heavy metal is one as well. Uh, so, uh, Fiona said with an embarrassed smile. I don't really understand, but I do really like the name. Thank you, Fiona. Uh, don't worry. Thank you too. It's nice to meet you, Ray. I shook her extended left hand. It was soft and warm. Well, I should show you around the house. Hold on, Fiona. I need to be leaving. You're leaving? Why? Well, I not thought about what I was gonna say next. I wanted to help humans, but now all I can do was cause trouble. If I was any more of a bother, my existence would be without value. Ray, we need to help each other when we have problems, and Shanna turned to look at the chapel. She looked incredibly small compared to its vastness. It's lonely being here all alone. If it's alright with you, maybe could you stay? Uh, whoops. Since there was a human right here who wanted that, I had no reason to deny her request. Shona saved me. She gave me a name, but was there anything I could do for her? I wanted to to give something back to her. Or if being here could in any way pay her back, alright, thank you, Shona. I will do just that then. Though in all honesty, I do, since I've actually gotten, like, since I had the video too long thing go out on YouTube, I kind of question what is the limit then? Because just like I have the limit removed, and so like I can't upload videos longer than 15 minutes. So that shouldn't be an issue, but I now really question just like okay, it says videos longer than and 15 minutes. In what world is uh like if 20 hours is not there, then well videos longer than it theoretically would mean like unlimited uh as like a time I guess, but yet it's not really uh and okay, yeah, my still works. There's I literally was doing something with my mic, and then I dropped it, so I was sure on if like maybe I broke a cord or not. Uh, because now like with my headset, like there's some visible wiring, so that's pretty much what I'm unsure on. Like that's why I pretty much will buy like a new headset just in case. Like I will see about buying a new headset just in case if this one breaks. Eggs, because frankly there are some things that yeah I don't want to. How do I record them? Due to it, but like seriously, I don't. I just would prefer not to. So, yeah. Mm. Alright then, thank you, Shona. I will do just that then. Shiona's expression suddenly relaxed. Thanks. I'm glad, very, very glad. My heart feels round and orange. Taking my left hand, Shiona shook it over and over. Er, this is gonna be great. I'm really, really looking forward to it. This. I saw Shiona's smile up close. I realized I wanted to be able to see that smile close by all the time. I felt like I could watch her smile forever. Actually, technically, till she dies, you could watch her smile forever. Because I don't think that she would be a fear droid. So, yeah. Uh, but that would be a pretty cool twist, though. Just like, literally everybody here is like a fear droid. So, like, she's a fear droid. Uh, well, she's a fear droid, the guy's a fear droid. If there's anybody else, they're a fear droid. That would be a pretty, uh, uh, that would be pretty interesting. But to that end, there was something that I wanted to do, specifically to return my emotional functions to normal. That was necessary in order to be a partner. But even more than that, I started. I stared at Shiona's face. Upon it was upon it was the emotion I wanted most. I absolutely had to obtain that emotion. I wanted to keep Shiona smiling always. I made my decision in secret. Grr. Suddenly my stomach rumbled. This was natural since I hadn't eaten anything after running out of oral nutrient blocks. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything for a long time. I see. When you're hungry, or your feelings turn blue. I completely get that. My feelings turned blue? I had no knowledge of such an expression. Perhaps it was a manner of speech unique to her. I was at a loss for words. Shiona took my hand. Leave it to me, Ray. I'll get something nice and tasty for you. I'll have you feeling all orange. Does orange mean happy? I guess. Guess that's really the only thing I can and think of. Maybe better. Like that's about it. Yeah, I left the chapel with Shiona pulling me by the hand, and going down a white hallway, she led me into the kitchen. A delicious smell from origins unknown began to tickle my nose. Grr, my stomach grumbled loudly, crying out with desire. Impatient, aren't you? Just wait a little longer. Shiona took an apron off a nearby wall and put it on. Shiona's own sweet smell began to emerge with the one of the cooking that had been soaked into the apron. And okay then, what would you like to eat? Shiona began playing the role of a chef. Anything that can put into my stomach would be good. Yes, exactly. That's like a perfectly natural response when you're hungry. Uh, no, 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 no. In this case, you'll say, "What do you recommend, Ray?" Uh, I would, uh, yeah. Then, I'll feel all warm and fuzzy, and the food will be even tastier. Shiona smiled, pressing both hands against her chest. Okay, then. So what do you recommend? I repeated the words she had taught me. Well, today's special is an orange power palace soup. Weird Girl. Sad visual novel. Weird Girl. Uh, she was clearly a unique. This was clearly a unique verbal expression. I had no idea what she meant, but it sounded like it would warm me up. Okay, then I'll have that soup. Right away. Here, please take a seat while you wait. Shiona pointed to a chair at a nearby table. As I sat down, Shiona began to hum and cook. Okay, what's that song? The song that she sang at the chapel. That warm, nostalgic feeling. I felt as if I had heard it somewhere before. I began to hear the nice, rhythmic sound of the kitchen knife. It merged with Shiona's song, almost like it was a concert performance. Feeling no desire other than to hear this song for the rest of my days, I sat back and soaked it in. And she began putting in the ingredients into the oiled pot. Suddenly, a rich fragrance began to envelop the room. As soon as the scent became stronger, my stomach began to growl more and more. She wasn't cooking for herself; she was cooking for me. It wasn't going to benefit her. This how humans act? But then I realized something. At that moment, I was simply being entertained by Shiona. I wanted to be a partner. I wanted to be useful. Didn't I just decide I wanted to be useful? Can't I be useful to Shiona somehow? Dude, you are useful. Your company. Don't complain. Wasn't there something I could do to make her happy? I stood up from the chair and spoke to Shiona's back as she cooked. Shiona, is there anything I can do? Something for you to do? No, just sit back and wait for the food to be done. Yeah, exactly. I can't just sit here and have you cook for me. No, it's okay. Don't worry. Anything is fine. I just want to help. Well, how about cleaning up a bit? I swear she said that literally just to get him off her back. Cleaning? That had a good sound to it. Sounded really helpful. Okay, cleaning. Where should I clean? The living room to the right is right next to the kitchen. Why don't you clean it out? She pointed to the door with her ladle. Oh, got it. I'll take care of it while you're cooking. And and I entered the door she had pointed to and went to the living room. As I did, an herbal smell wafted to my nose. So I took several deep breaths to try and determine its source. As I did, I began to look over the room. The living room was completely organized without an unnecessary item to be found. The floor, the walls, everything within the room was kept well cleaned. Could it be that it had already been cleaned? No, there had to be some part that hadn't been cleaned yet. She had asked me to go clean after all. I picked up the duster in the corner of the room and began to clean. Well, technically, she could have cleaned it all and just done it to get you out of her hair. The table, the sofa, the decorative plants, and the tops of the shelves. I dusted every single thing that was in the living room. Dust went flying everywhere as I worked on the candle holders hanging from the ceiling. Evidently, Shannon's height prevented her from reaching some places. Yes, I continued to dust the higher locations. Each time I sent dust flying, I felt that I was being useful. As I continued, dust began to pile up on the table and shelves. I exchanged a duster for a broom the size of my palm and began to collect the dust. Then something happened. As I was cleaning one of the shelves, as, my eyes came in contact with a picture on one of them. It was a picture of Shiona and Lone Man. I thought if I had seen that man somewhere before. I had. In the showcase of the glass of that town, my own image. It, it, which meant this man was Shiona's older brother. Although we did look similar, there were some clear differences. The man in the photo had an expression on his face that I had never seen before. Next to Shannon's bright smile, he looked worried and irritated, but was smiling all the same. A variety of emotions mingled within his expression. Is this what she meant by brutesqueness? I didn't quite know what emotions were captured shared in this photo of her brother, but it did express how well they got along as siblings. I touched my own face as I looked at the photo. I traced my cheeks, pulled on the ends of my eyebrows, and brushed in the corners of my mouth. I wondered what I could do to make that expression. If I could understand feelings, what I would be able to naturally produce, would I be able to naturally produce that kind of expression? I feared that the quickest way to fix these broken emotions was to come in contact with as many different kinds of emotion as possible. I recalled that human children learn emotions by mimicking their parents' its expressions. So if I came to contact with a variety of emotions and emulated them, then and even if the outside was fine, it would be a lie if the inside was not. No matter how you patch up a fake, the lie within it will show through. First of all, if I did not learn to experience joy and pleasure from within, I would not be able to smile. Uh, uh, I needed to be helpful to Shiona. Seeing her smile will surely lead me to joy. Uh, I think that smiling is a sign of joy. I resumed cleaning. Next, I stumbled across a cubicle object. It was a box with a handle on it. It was big enough that it required both of my hands to hold it. Uh, what was it? A music box. Opened the lid. A gold disc-like object was inside. What was this disc? I tried turning the handle, but nothing happened. The handle just spun meaninglessly without any resistance. Uh, yeah. Ray, the food's ready. Shiana had opened the door and come inside, bringing the smell of cooking with her. Once the smell hit my nose, I grunted involuntarily. Wow, it's so clean in here, Ray. As she looked over the room, a smile came to Shiana's face. Yes, I'm so happy you've cleaned up this room, Ray. It looks great. Thank you. I think you did most of the work, though. Thank you. Those words satisfied something deep within me. But I didn't know what it was. Why have what do you have there, Ray? Looking at my hands, her, er, she cocked her head to the side. I would probably say turn though. It was a wooden box with a handle that did nothing when it was cranked. Shiona, what is this? Well, she took the box from me and opened up the lid. Inside was a metal plate with irregular protrusions on surface. Shiona began to turn the handle sticking out of the wooden box, but nothing in particular happened. Only the handle was spinning, that was all. This is a music box. It's supposed to play music when you turn the handle, but since the disc wasn't spinning, it wouldn't make a sound. And so that's our no, hour 12. So please like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed the 12th hour, and I'll see you guys for the 13th hour.